Today we are rock hounding for amethyst just outside Los Angeles, California.
Pretty cool. So today we are rock hounding for amethyst, and amethyst is actually kind of difficult to find in California. Most abundantly you can find amethyst in the Kingston mountain range in the Mojave Desert, but we're going to look for it a little closer to home.
So if I'm trying to figure out whether this gully is good to hike up for gemstones, I'm going to look at the wash, I'm going to see what's in that mix. Some limestone, nothing really else that I find valuable, which tells me that this is not the right place to go up. Let's keep going.
So where exactly are we? We're in Escondido Canyon, and where is that? That's a little bit north of LA, a little bit east as well. And we're already finding our first signs of agate. This clear white chalcedony. Now hopefully we're going to find better specimens of that, but really any form of mineralization is a good sign. And what really makes a better specimen of agate, in my opinion, is banding, its character. It's just something you're going to want to throw into your rock tumbler and be excited about when it comes out.
I found a bunch of it just right here on this little hillside, just in this 6-foot radius here.
And that's the thing about rock hounding for anything really, is that it can be widespread or it can be just very localized. And if it's localized, that means there's a good chance you might miss it.
So since I have so much of this stuff, I'm only going to keep the high quality ones, and that means only the agates with banding patterns. I'll show you.
So here we've got a bunch of agates right here, and this one is clear, doesn't have a lot of banding in it, so I'm going to leave that one. But this has some interesting banding just right around the edge, so I'm going to keep that small one. I'm probably going to keep this one, and this one right here is just very clear seam. I'm going to leave that.
When you're hunting for gemstones downhill, you always want to check around the roots of a plant, since that's where they get stuck when the rain washes them down.
So here's a quick example, right by this really prickly cactus right here. I'm going to reach my hand in, be very careful, and find some good stuff.
Wow.
The strangest thing that I'm finding so far is this giant chunk right here of botryoidal chalcedony seam going through its host rock, which means that there's going to be white bubbles in the middle. So yeah, lots of agate here so far, which is awesome. But again, we came here for amethyst. So let's get back on the trail. Let's focus up a bit and see if we can find some of that purple stuff.
So the reason why this is such a challenge is all of that white agate was just in that small little area. It's about like 10 feet up and 5 feet wide. But if you go 10 feet to the left, there's nothing.
So I found a lot of really interesting stuff already. I could go home happy with what I found so far, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to look for that amethyst that I hear is up here. By the way, if you're looking for more information about where I am, this area up here used to be called the Circassian Gem Beds. And it's not really called that anymore, but that's how I found it. I found it listed in some old books that just are out of print now. And that's where you find the really good information. It requires a little digging and a lot of detective work.
These things are popping right out. I don't even need my pick.
Wow, check out that huge chunk of dark gray agate right there. That's going to be really nice.
Just on the side of the road.
And these are some nice sized agates, but they don't have too much character going for them yet.
When it comes to agate, bigger doesn't always mean better.
Yeah, we're looking for character. We're looking for some interesting patterns. We're looking for changes of color, or we're looking for interesting shapes. Like, look at this one right here. This one's got some really nice banding in the middle, a lot of layers. The second thing we're finding is right here, green jasper. Green jasper can have a lot of different things in it. It can have clear chalcedony running through it. That's my favorite. It can also have little flecks of red, and if that happens, we call that bloodstone. However, if there's more white than there is green, then we call that moss agate. And of course, any piece of jasper is just going to be chock full of silica, which means it's going to go great in your rock tumbler. Only problem I seem to be having is that on this beautiful spring day, the green jasper is getting lost in the green grass.
Camouflage.
So I'm going to get out of this grass and head back to the road, and that's where I find the best pieces of green jasper yet. Look at that, that's like an even 1-to-1 green jasper to clear chalcedony. And like I said, that is my favorite. That's going to have some really nice patterns in the rock tumbler. Perfect, just on the side of the road.
So in rock hounding terms, this is what we call a road cut.
A road cut happens when construction crews go and dig up the side of a mountain in order to make a road and leave behind a lot of really nice minerals exposed. Always lucky to find a road cut because the minerals are just right there waiting for you. And my most unique piece of green jasper is this thing right here. Check this out. It's almost like cube formed. There's a layer of chalcedony in the center and almost like a geode cavity in there too. Alright, we're going to keep going and keep looking for that purple amethyst, which we haven't found yet, but then I look down and I find this little geode, and right in the middle there, you can see there's a little bit of purple, which means we found the amethyst.
That is amethyst, alright. So that was an incredibly lucky find.
And I found those amethyst crystals inside of an agate, so what do? I'm going to crack open some agates and see what else I can find. Hopefully, in the middle of some of these things, we'll find some more purple. This one right here I had really high hopes for. Check it out, you can almost see the purple, the blue in the middle, so I'm going to crack it open. And nothing. I found one piece so far, and I'm starting to think that maybe that was a fluke. But I'm not giving up yet, so let's keep looking. And it's a good thing I haven't given up, because check this out, I found my second piece of amethyst right there in the dirt on the side of the road. Check it out, that's really nice, really deep purple color in that too.
Yeah! So the one thing that's difficult about amethyst is if it's left out exposed to the sunlight long enough, it'll lose its color.
And my best piece of amethyst is this dirt-covered thing right here. Now, you can't really see what's going on underneath that, but you can just make out a little bit of purple there, and I think that's going to be good.
This is going to be the one when I clean it up, just wait. I've actually never found amethyst before, so this is pretty exciting for me.
Alright, so with a bag full of gemstones and rocks, I'm going to hike my way back on this trail and head home. And once I get home, I just wanted to show you, this is that piece that I found in the dirt that's kind of large that I said is going to be really great. I'm going to wash that off right now and check out that reveal. Can you see those awesome purple bands, that pattern within that quartz? Best rock of the day. And as I'm washing these off, I realized that some of those other smaller agates that I picked up are also filled with amethyst. All in all, I think I grabbed 5 pieces of amethyst today. Amethyst, pretty cool.